Okay, so this is April, who's just come and done a couple of days advanced training with Katy and confidence boosting as well. Now we did concentrate on brows and lips, didn't we? And just give us a bit about your background, April. What do you do sort of work-wise before you decided to train in permanent makeup originally?
So work-wise, I work in medical insurance and I work in operations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, brilliant. And then you then took the plunge and sort of trained. You didn't train here originally. How long ago was it that you trained originally?
I trained in January this year.
Okay, so about 6 months ago you trained, and then obviously you've done a bit of research and you've come and retrained a bit with Katy. What was the main reason why you decided to do a bit of retraining rather than how was your initial training experience?
In the initial training experience with the other firm is good.
Yeah.
There's pros and cons.
Yeah.
And personally, I felt that it wasn't detailed enough for me, and I didn't feel that I was confident enough even after the practical training.
Yeah.
And there were things that I think I should be doing right, like getting the pressure right.
Yeah.
And things like that, but I still wasn't getting it spot on after those training classes.
Okay.
I was with the previous training company.
Yeah, and then and obviously without mentioning any names and that, it's not as though you went somewhere cheap. You went to one of the top London sort of training academies. And did you? It's also good to see people's background, how they sort of got on since they went. So you've come and you've already done a number of treatments, obviously, before you've come on the training here. And do you get much support on the training side? Speaking to your previous tutors and stuff. Were you in a group actually, or were you?
Yes, it was a group.
Oh right, so you trained.
So there were 3 students with 3 trainers.
Yeah.
And sometimes 2 trainers.
Yeah.
So that's the format, and sometimes they would rotate.
Yeah.
So students would get a feel of different tutors.
Yeah.
That can also be confusing sometimes.
Yeah.
Because you're following 3 different styles.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Technicians doing the same thing, but 3 different styles.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it must be hard to take any one style in, I suppose. And you'd think it would be a bit more uniform, or a bit more systemised.
Yes.
Okay, lovely. And then obviously you then took the plunge and decided to do a bit of retraining. Yes. Did you do much research before you decided to retrain again? Because I know a lot of people would be a bit disheartened if they trained somewhere and felt they still weren't quite good enough. So did you do a lot of online research, or?
I did look at a few different places, and originally I thought okay, what I need was probably more marketing help.
Yeah.
And I thought after a few case studies that I've done from the previous school, I had better colour retention, and although I wasn't as confident, I thought I would be okay if I just have more practice and more marketing help.
Yeah.
And then I found marketing. I found Permanent Success.
Oh right, yeah.
And then
That's our sister site. Yeah.
I spoke with Paul, and then I got the 6 CD series.
Oh right, yeah.
With Katy.
Yeah.
So I was listening to that, and I was actually quite impressed with the material that was there.
And that's the audio series, the expert interview series with Katy, where she talks about business side, step-by-step consultation structures and things like that. And did that open your eyes a little bit to some new things?
That did a lot, and then I went on to get the full marketing series. Of course, that's also very good. Information overload, so I'll probably go through the information.
Well, that's the online business and marketing course. We obviously do a practical course which sells out for usually quite a few years in advance, but you managed to sort of do that, and you actually went like full on with it, didn't you? You spent days and days just going through it.
And then I thought, right, why don't I get some additional support with the practical? So I went back to the original school that I went to. Yeah. There was a fee to pay.
Right, okay.
Obviously, and then...
What's that for? So you obviously paid to do your original training, and then to get any extra help, there was an extra fee,
There was an extra fee for advice and things like that, they wouldn't be charging anything, but I thought I would benefit more from a practical training, one-on-one, and there was a fee to pay, and then I thought, since I'm really going to be paying, why don't I try doing it somewhere else? Yeah. And from the material that I had from Permanent Success... Yeah. And then I looked at Katy's work. Yeah. I saw the videos, and my interactions with permanent success
And the training
in
academy.
the training academy has been very positive, you know.
Yeah.
And you know that there was a lot of trust, so I thought, right, let me give it a try. And
Yeah.
you know, before the first school, I actually looked at several different other schools.
Yeah.
And I didn't like the interaction that I had with them. It was more for them, it was just making money, get students.
Yeah.
But with here, I actually feel that, oh, Katy and Paul actually care for their students.
Yeah.
So then I thought, right, it would be good here.
Okay, brilliant. And then obviously you had a sort of sneak preview by doing some of the business stuff that you managed to get online, which you can do immediately, which is great. And then you came and actually we managed to get you in for a couple of days. You got another day to come as well. And then we spent a main day on brows, and then we obviously did brows and lips again today. So how was your different? Was your experience of training here different than the previous experience?
Totally different. I think it's more relaxed here.
Yeah.
And it's much easier to take in information when it's more relaxed.
Yeah.
And the client's more relaxed.
And you've got one trainer rather than three.
One trainer. And Katy is very thorough with every single little detail. She's very, very thorough.
Yeah.
And that's great. And I think the methods that's being used here, it's much simpler to execute.
Yeah.
It's great.
Okay, brilliant.
Great, yeah. I'm definitely a lot more confident. You know, I know that I will definitely be able to carry out the procedures.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah.
And also get the clients now. You've done the business side of things as well,
Yes.
which is great. And okay, well, it's obviously been great having you here because it's always good to see when people have, you know, trained elsewhere and where their main issues lie.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you've actually overcome the issues you originally had?
Oh yes. Yeah. So I think the main thing was worrying, you know, having this constant worry. Oh, you know, is this client, is she going to come back and say, oh, the colour didn't stay very well? But now I know that that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because there are so many more steps that's been taken to eliminate that problem altogether.
Yeah.
So it's going to be good. I know that my future clients going to like my treatments and they're going to come back for more and refer other people to me.
Excellent. Well, that's what it's all about, isn't
Yes.
it? Brilliant. Well, it's been great having you here, April, and we'll look forward to it. We're going to be working with you over the next couple of years as well on the business side, as well as the technical side as well. So glad you're right back on track and go out there and start doing the job obviously you intended to do in the first place. Brilliant.
Great.
Take care.
Okay,
We'll catch up
bye.
soon. Cheers.